We have another question from somebody.
Yeah, you guys, I love how you guys like laid out how they have multiple tentacles that they draw their sources of power from. Whether it is the endless consumerist sludge that Target tries to push on us, or whether it is the expensive high-rises, they have a lot of sources of power.
Yep.
Which of their sources of power is most vulnerable, and how do we take it from them?
That's right. That's right.
I think their political power and their political capital is the most vulnerable. Now y'all see how they captured all these national headlines after that shit show in Powderhorn Park. And they're like, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that. And then what did they just do today? They only sliced 1.1 million off of the police budget. But you're telling people you're gonna defund, right? Stop lying. That's political power that they were trying to leverage so that they could seize more power. But once we started pulling out the true narratives and telling the truth about them not doing a damn thing all these years and not being serious about black lives, that started to erode some of their political power and momentum. So that's why we're trying to put the truth out here. So people understand they're trying to hoodwink and bamboozle you and get you to agree to something that none of us signed up for. We should be able to craft a plan as the people of what we want to see for our city and making sure that we're focused on protecting our most vulnerable residents. They have never had our best interest in mind. So why anyone would think that they would now because of George Floyd, I don't understand it. Okay. Right? It's not reality.
Go ahead, Dave.
Yeah, I mean, we have to be strategic. We look at a city council who had to cut like 15% from the budget, which is a lot, and frankly not easy to do. But they cut a lot less from the police budget than they cut from any other budget while they talk about defunding the police.
Exactly.
They just did that this morning. And they've got this charter amendment, and you know, people want to vote on something, and absolutely I go along with that. They've kept us from voting on the stadiums. They've kept us from voting on police insurance. But now they found something to vote on.
Right.
But what is powerful? The vote is powerful. We have power in that. But what's more powerful than voting? Choosing the question. That's the power. And that is a power that the city council has abused.
What should the question be?
Well, do I? Wow, how far do I go?
Just give us one or two.
Yeah, I mean, clearly, we have to get an accountability mechanism for the police that's controlled by the people. A civilian review authority with actual power. I served on the Civilian Review Authority back before it became that Office of Police Conduct Review. It was good. At least you could complain about the police to someone other than the police, and it was truly civilian. But it was weak. It was pathetic. It was one of the best in the country, and it was still pathetic. It needs subpoena power, but much more than that, it needs the power of actual discipline.
That's right.
And you know, that could even be done under the existing city charter.
Wow.
The charter gives the mayor full power over the discipline of the police force. The charter, the mayor has always, for the last 100 years, delegated that authority to the police chief. He could delegate that authority to a civilian body. That doesn't even take a charter change.
Right.
So Mayor Fry can do that right now.
He could do that right now.
He doesn't want to do it.
You're absolutely right.
Nikima, I want to ask you the same question. What should the question be that we should be asking?
Well, when it comes to the issue of policing, I think the question is, what do we want to see, right?
Yeah.
But you also need data to look at what the issues are, to look at what has been happening in the department as far as discipline. You need data and you need information. You can't just make up stuff, write it, and then sell it to people. You have to do your homework and present options to people, right? Of what are the best practices, what could work, what do people want to see. They didn't do any of that. And as someone who worked in academia for 14 years, it's like that is one of their biggest mistakes. That's why I can't sign on to that.
That's right.
They did the work.